Thank you very much for joining us today on the program Woman to Woman on Independent Television. My name is Adesuwa Osa Owage. You can call me Adorable if you want. Today on the program Woman to Woman, we want to look at one huge challenge or challenges that women face, and that is juggling your career and your family, especially for those who are married with children. How do they cope? How do they manage? More moms than ever are in the workforce in the world. According to a research from the Center for American Progress, women now make up half of all workers in the world. Being a full-time mother can lead to feelings of guilt, sometimes a lot of stress, and the story goes on and on and on because of divided attention between the job that you love so much and your family. And the key to successful career and having a successful home is what we are going to be talking about today on the program Woman to Woman. Juggling your career, your family, and you know family entails a lot. Your children, your husband, your home, extended families and all that. And the woman is in the center of all of this. How do you become successful in the business of your career? And of course, your family is what these beautiful women are going to be talking about today. They are career women, they are family women, and of course, they are, first of all, women. Ladies, it's nice to have you join me on the program, Woman to Woman.
Thank you.
Okay, with me is Ronke Ojekere. She's the initiator of Southworker. Can you just, Southworker is an acronym for what?
Southworker is an acronym for Society to Heighten Awareness of Women and Children Abuse. Quite a sentence.
Quite a
Good
sentence, and it's a huge one.
Oh, yes,
and I'm so happy to have you on the program.
Thank you so much.
All right, I have Dr. Essie Agbotain. She's the CMD, People's Doctors Medical Center here in Benin City.
Thank
it's
you
nice
very
to have
much.
you, Doctor.
Thank you very much. It's my
Okay.
pleasure to be here.
We've just talked about what we're going to be doing today, juggling career and family. Let me start with you, Ronke. Career. Who is a career woman?
Everybody to me is a career woman, including
Okay.
including the housewife.
Housewife.
She's a career woman.
Okay.
Yeah, but we look at career and we look at your profession.
Okay.
But by and large, to me, I would say every woman has her career. Every woman has, for one reason or the other, decided whether I want to pursue a career or whether I want to sit on the home front.
Okay.
Yes, it doesn't really matter what your discipline is, you know, but when you decide that you are going to pick up your discipline or whether you're going to pick up a job, it's only defining that you have decided that you want to take your career to the next level. Yeah.
Okay, it is often said that a career woman cannot make a good wife. Do you agree with that? Essay.
I do not agree with that.
Why?
I see a career woman as a woman who takes pride in her job. She has this burning desire to succeed. But despite all of this, she can be the very best of the woman her kids and her husband wants her to be, in the sense that she wakes up every morning, she has a jotter with her to-do list. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to pack my husband's lunch box, I'm going to do the kids. But all of these may not be achievable, but she can still fixing some things, thereby having one or two persons who arranges those stuffs for her, but she being like an overseer to make sure, okay, my husband doesn't miss his breakfast. What must I do? If I'm to wake up by 5:30 on a normal day, why can't I just adjust maybe 4:30 now? Because I have to oversee the cooking of his meal. My kids have to take the best meal to school. So she can do all of this just by sacrificing some sleep. but she must have to sleep early, because if you don't have more than or less, if you have less than 6 hours of sleep in a day, your day is probably going to be ruined. So she can achieve all this just by making some few sacrifices. She can actually be a good wife.
So, Ronke, a career woman can make a good wife and a mother. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. In the sense that she was just talking about setting your priorities. You know, she already knows, listen, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I am also a career woman by choice. So you know what your priorities are. And trust me, no woman would put her job before her family.
But most men don't think so.
Well, that's up to them.
Most men don't think so. They believe that the woman puts her job before the family.
Well, it's the way they presume it to be. A woman sets her priorities. A woman plans her day. She said having a to-do list. A woman plans the things that she wants to do in advance. They are there, they are calculating, and they know what they want to do at a particular time. Women who are career women negotiate flexibility of whatever it is that they are doing at work.
Okay.
They ensure.
How do they do that? They
ensure that, okay, for example.
Especially when you have a boss who is so overbearing.
Well, you would delegate issues to be done.
Yeah.
If you have a boss, like you have a boss, you also have subordinates who report to you. You're not going to take everything on your shoulders. If you know, for example, you need to do school run to pick up your children from school, and you cannot tear away from work because of that, you would delegate that position to somebody else to do. Risky as it is, but if you must be the person to pick the kids from school, then you would delegate powers to your subordinates in the office to ensure that things are done while you are away.
Don't you think that would be easier if the woman is, if she occupies some kind of position in that office? What if she's at the bottom of the ladder? What is she going to do? The children will suffer, the husband will suffer, the home will suffer. And some men don't like maids, mind you. I leave that to you, Esif.
Okay, I've heard of lots of stories where the man just wants the woman to do everything in the house. But how possible is this? If that man loves the woman so much, he wouldn't want her sleeping and waking up with migraines every day. If you love your wife, you will ease her some stress.
And there's some jobs meant for a man in the house, because some men will tell you, you are the woman, so do your chores. I go out to go and find, as if the woman does not make any contributions in the family. I go out to go and look for money, so you do all the chores. I'm a man.
That is why you should watch before you pick a man for a husband. You know your type of profession. Okay, I'm picking you as a man, as a husband. How would you want to support me in my home if we eventually get married? As a career woman, you cannot get married to a man who does not know how to cook. No, if you are going to put yourself in that situation, then it's what you signed up for from the very beginning. Your husband should be willing to support your career in the first place. I want to support this woman to the very top of the ladder. He understands that, oh, she had a hectic day. I think she should sleep some more while I do the kids.
Have you not heard of that cliche, woman rapper? Because that is when they will begin to address that man as woman rapper. If they cook for a wife,
that is
if
love.
they wash for a wife,
that is love.
If they clean for a wife,
that is
some
love.
men will take it to heart and begin to act up with you. Have you not seen that happen?
I have seen. I actually have a neighbor whose husband everybody around call woman rapper. He does virtually everything in the house.
Does the woman appreciate?
Of course, she does. And it makes the man do more. And everybody around does not understand that. What is wrong with this man? He loves her. Maybe because of their culture, he feels that this woman should not go through so much stress. After all, we bore these children together. So why should she be the one to stress up? She works, she comes back, she does the laundry, she does the cooking.
Does the man work? Or is he a house husband? Does it work?
Okay, he was working at the time.
He lost his job.
Yeah.
Oh, we can understand
Okay,
that.
yeah.
That.
Actually.
Ronke, let me bring you in now. A man does chores for the wife because the wife is a career woman. He wants to support the woman. And then his mates, his friends will come up with this cliche, woman rapper. Not woman rapper, woman rapper. And the man comes on and starts acting up. As a career woman, you're going to leave your job for that reason? Are you going to talk it out?
I certainly would not leave my job because some loony outside has decided to label my husband woman rapper because he has decided to help out in the chores of the house. Mark you, it's not going to be an everyday thing because you on your own will also schedule a time where you can also be in the house doing your own duties. It's not every time a man jumps into the kitchen to cook the meals or to even as much as get water from the refrigerator. It's not every time. She gave a classical example, but then you turned around to ask and you found out that it was because of a certain situation.
Yeah.
That is why the man is home almost like 24/7.
Yeah.
Trust me that if tomorrow that man gets a job, he's going to tell that same woman that condition will make wall fall and make lizard climb on top of her.
I disagree.
No. I'm telling you, it's I'm looking at it at a particular scenario. You know, when you are cutting the man, the script you read when you are cutting the man is a totally different script you start reading
when you get married.
When you get married. For every day of your marriage, a new page is seen. And you keep asking yourself, did I cut this man or not? Yes, my friends call woman rapper just like friends call their girlfriends follow. Can't you be on your own? Can't you have your own friends? Must you always be?
Follow me.
You understand? Whatever they say to the man, trust me that the woman has her own, you know. Yes, a man should be able to assist, especially in this modern day. Our mother's time, yes, you may say that our fathers never knew how to boil water. Yes, but in this modern day where everybody is making ends meet,
everybody's on the move.
Everybody is doing everything to ensure that your children get the best. Yes, they said children suffer a little bit of this, a little bit of that when mommy is not at home. But mommy always creates time to be with the children. Mommy always creates time to have a family time. Mommy creates time to have a couple time. Mommy knows where to draw the line. You know, like we do our everyday to-do list, we also do our to-do list as per our obligations to our family, which is what many people do not know. They'll say, oh, she's a career woman. Does she know what is happening? You, Adesuwa, don't you know when your soup starts to finish in your house?
I do.
You know, you must know when things start to run out in your house, Dr. Agbonta. You must know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so it's not as if, yes, you are just ignoring, but situations have made it so much so that we must go out to augment or to supplement whatever the man is bringing in. We must be able to help patch, you know, fill that gap. would you say your husband's, whatever your husband brings home is enough income to run your home? When rent, if you are not lucky enough to have built your own home, you know how much rent is going now. Look at BADC. If you do not have a prepaid meter, even with the prepaid meter, by the time you put 1 or 2 appliances on, your card is out. When NEPA brings you bill, they are bringing you 30,000 naira, whether or not they are giving you that kind of thing. But you see, we have a way of scheduling ourselves to juggle our career, whatever career we have chosen to be. But the best career woman so far is the woman who is at home 24/7.
Yeah.
The best career so far.
That is the best career so far.
Okay, I'm going to take you up on that after the break. You're watching the program Woman to Woman on independent television. And we're looking at juggling your career and your family. How possible? How successful will it be? And these ladies have been awesome. Let's take this break. We'll be back. You can be with us on this program if you use our social handle. Okay, you can do Facebook, you can do Twitter, you can do Instagram. The Facebook address is facebook.com/ITV Radio NG, Twitter at ITV Radio NG, and of course Instagram at ITV NG. Those are the mediums you can use to reach us. Comments, criticism, do whatever you want to do, but do something very sensible, okay?
Yeah.
After this break, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the program Woman to Woman with the adorable Adesuwa on ITV. And I have 2 gorgeous ladies in the house. I have Ronke in the house, and of course I have Essie. And we are looking at how you can be successful at your career and of course your family. All right, Ronke, before we went on that break, you were saying something that really,
the housewife, the 24-hour housewife.
Yeah. The 24-hour housewife.
Yes.
The one that men will say, I've actually heard somebody say, my wife, she's just a housewife. She does nothing. She's just a housewife.
You should try to
and I was like, are you for real?
Give him high heels to wear and tell him to walk the same heels that she walks. Then he would know how very difficult it is to be a housewife. The woman wakes up, her brain starts to wake up from 3 a.m.
That's too early.
No.
3 a.m.
From 3 a.m., a housewife's brain starts to wake up. Because she needs to be out of bed by 5 a.m. She's going to
even earlier.
Yes, she's going to start to think about how she's going to get the children ready. I'm talking of housewife. Because when you call them housewife, the man doesn't want to lay his finger to do anything. All he's waiting for is
Food.
I want my breakfast. And are the children ready for school? That is, if he decides
are my clothes washed?
We're talking about just the first morning. And then children have been planned, school ready, into the car, boom.
They're gone.
They're gone. The woman is not stopping them because these people who attend full-time housewife, their husbands do not want to see any maid. After all, a full-time housewife.
You're not working.
You're not working. What are you doing at home?
What are you
watching
doing
home video? No. The woman starts her day.
That's torture.
She starts to wash. She starts to clean.
No.
Before you know what is happening, it's going on 12 noon, 1 o'clock. She starts to plan for the afternoon. The children are back. She's going to have to take a bath. The man only maybe at times is just to drop the children in school. School run in the afternoon is entirely the woman's business. She comes back home with the children, meal ready. She then starts to plan for her husband's meal, which is going to be later in the day. Then she starts to get ready for homework. then evening.
And the next day.
And the next day. And it's
the
like
clock
that.
like that.
And
like
it's
that,
like that. And it's like that. And the woman is getting burnt out. And you are asking, when I married you, you were not like this. When you married me, I had time for myself. Now, I am a full-time housewife. Many young men these days marry and make their wives a full-time housewife because of insecurity. That is why they do it. It's not that, initially the women enjoy it because when they ask for 1,000 naira, they get 10,000 naira. So that's life. But you see, as children start to come, they start to cut down. And that is where the abuse starts. I listen to them when they come to talk to me. And most times I say, so when did it start getting wrong? And you find out that you say, after baby number 3 came in, children have now started to go to school. So they have now started to do these things. So I always say that a woman who is a full-time housewife, I watched my mom. My mom was a full-time housewife. I watched my mom. My mom was always working. I pride myself to say that I have never, till my mom passed on, God rest her soul, she has never gone to the market to measure egusi that has been broken.
No. She does all that herself. She buys it in a basin, she washes it, she dries it, and it's a hobby for her, even Obolo. So I know what it is when I say that a woman who is in the house 24/7 is the best career woman, because they are there and they are minding to every details of their home. Okay, let me come to you now, Essay. It can be very tedious, sometimes or most times, to cope with family and career, especially when you have children, multiple children, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. So how do you marry it so that your career does not suffer and your children does not suffer? Putting into consideration what is happening in our society these days with our children, particularly the girl child. It's not as if the male children are escaping this assault. They are not escaping this assault. How do you manage? Where's your mind when you're at work? You're thinking about your girl child. You're thinking about your children. Who is molesting them at this time? What is happening to them? How do you do it so that you don't damage your job so much and then the children don't suffer too? How do you cope? Because I know you have kids and you are a career woman.
First, you just pray to God to give you a God-fearing help. Like she said, you delegate things. You cannot do that all by yourself. You cannot handle work stress, kid stress, stress from your husband in one person. You cannot.
How do women do it?
All by themselves?
Some women do it.
No, sweetheart, they will go crazy. Go check the blood pressure of those women. It's high. Go check their blood pressure. Check their sugar level. Something is going wrong. Before you know, they start forgetting things. The brain is crowded. You can't cope.
So what's the best way for this woman to do it so that she'll be successful at work and with the children? We'll take it one after the other now.
First, have someone who you semi-trust. You can't trust everyone. Someone that's like a family, that is always around. You have a girl child, your female help should be the one doing stuff. Okay, I know that there are lots of abuse. Even these big ladies, they abuse little children. Like I said, just pray for a good person. Because if you have that one good person in the house, she's going to make sure, okay, if you're not going to wake up on time, you can easily tell her, please wake me up at so time. You help yourself. There are some sacrifices you will make. Sacrifice that sleep to make sure that you oversee whatever is happening in the kitchen. Some women want to be the one who prepare their husband's food. They want to be the one in the kitchen. They just send the help, go to the market. At least market's on is out. Let me do the kitchen. I am done with the kitchen hobby. This is your pack. Kids, these are your pack. Everybody goes to.
So you need a help. That's the bottom line. Somebody you can trust.
A help. If you are not a housewife, you need someone who you can semi-trust.
So Ronga, time is not a friend. How do you deal with that of the husband? the husband stress, the bedrooms, the other room stress, and every other thing that comes with your job. Because sometimes jobs, career come between husband and wife.
Absolutely.
And before you know what is happening, they are drifting apart. So can you just quickly tell us before we run away from here?
She said, okay, we'll get somebody we can trust. I'm looking at it from where I'm coming from.
Okay.
That the most trusted people are the ones who actually abuse our children. I'm looking at it from that angle.
From that angle.
Yeah.
That those that you call my most trusted are the ones who actually abuse our children. Visitors do not come to abuse your children. They're people who have gained your trust. They're the ones that come to abuse your children. But away from that, you must, as a career woman, be able to create time for your home and for your work. You should be able to divide. I find it difficult to do it, but it is something that we career women are all guilty about.
Okay.
Try and create that. My me time, you must have your me time.
Me time, okay.
My me time, it is me. So I will create time for myself, because if I drop dead today, they wouldn't have put me in the ground before somebody takes my position. Then you must create time for the family.
What is this?
So you need to itemize.
Yes, you need
all of this.
I started out by saying that we must learn to set our priorities.
Okay.
Yes.
So if we set our priorities right,
we won't miss it. We won't miss it.
There's some unplanned business.
We have some very finicky husbands who do not believe that you are spending enough quality time with your family.
I wish we could go on and
children.
on and on. Time is not our friend. We'll find time to do this again. In it, ladies?
Yes.
We should do this again.
Sure.
All right, guys. Time is not really our friend on this program, but we will find time to bring a concluding part of this discussion, okay? So be part of us on Facebook at facebook.com/ITV Radio NG. Be part of us on Twitter at ITV Radio NG. On Instagram at ITVNG. We'll see you again on the other side. Until then, career woman, you can actually succeed at your career and your family business. Bye-bye.